What's up, cool cats? It's Darrin from Catholics Against the Tide, and today we're going to be talking about stress and how to deal with stress in a healthy way. Because there are a lot of ways that society says you can deal with stress that aren't exactly healthy. Um, First, there's the obvious stress reliever that everybody says, hey, you should do this because then you won't be so stressed out, and that's masturbation or premarital sex. And that's just don't. Honestly, like, just don't do that. It's not good for you. Um, yeah, it can sometimes reduce stress, but especially if you're in a relationship, it'll add more stress later on because then you'll have problems, and it's not good at all. It's not happy. Um, so yeah, I know it's kind of stupid for my best advice to just be don't do it because that's a lot easier said than done. Uh, Obviously, nobody can expect you to go cold turkey. Uh, but if you are in like an addictive state to masturbation or premarital sex right now, uh, at least try to start taking steps towards not doing that because it's not a healthy habit for you to be in right now. It's actually a mortal sin, and you should go to confession as well, which can be the first step to going away from that. Um, Also, like praying about it a lot obviously would help you to get out of that habit, or I mean, like asking somebody to hold you accountable, you know, so that you have consequences if you do that, or at least you have somebody on your butt being like, "Hey, are you doing this? Are you tempted to do this? Don't do it." You know. Um, and then there's also like drinking or doing drugs, which that's not gonna help you at all. Like it might help you briefly in the moment, but that's gonna add like medical bills, uh, rehab bills if you do go to rehab. And at the very, 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 very least, there's always the risk of death. Um, you could drink too much, you could take too many drugs, you could do something stupid while under the influence that ends up killing you or severely injuring you. Um, and then if it is drinking, your liver's gonna be dead. So don't do that either. Um, a punching bag might be okay, but at the same time, I wouldn't recommend that as your first resort because then, like, your brain will associate being stressed or angry with punching, and then what happens when there's only people around and no punching bag to be found and you get super stressed? You might start punching some people and getting into big trouble. So that it can be a healthy way if you can control yourself when you're super stressed and there's no punching bag around, but there is that risk. Not maybe not for everybody, but for at least some people out there that is what could happen. Also, uh yelling probably isn't a good way to relieve stress because yelling again will just lead to arguments, which will lead to more problems, possibly even more stress, and that's just no good. Or you might end up hurting the person that you were yelling at, and then if it's a good friend or boyfriend or girlfriend or even a spouse, maybe, uh, you might just lose them, and that's not fun for anybody, especially if you really care about the person. So anyway, back, or not back, but into healthier habits. You can go on a walk, blow off some steam by walking or running. It doesn't help me personally, but I do know that it does help some people. Um, Looking out into nature and all that. Listen to some like calming music, or find that person that you can talk to and rant to without yelling at them, and they can calm you down. Because that's what usually helps for me, is talking about it. Or go on YouTube and find some funny videos or cute videos or whatever. Because that'll definitely help as well. Because then it'll have something to make you laugh. Like, if I can be a geek for a second here, in the comics, Spider-Man has defeated Hulk because he told Hulk a joke that calmed him down into Bruce Banner. Because for those of you that don't know, this guy Bruce Banner was exposed to a bunch of gamma radiation, and so whenever he gets too angry, he turns into this green raging monster called the Hulk. And usually he doesn't have much control when he's the Hulk, as far as I know anyway. I don't get much into comics. I know, like, basics. And just whatever I read from online. But as far as I know, he doesn't have much control when he's the Hulk. And so, in order for him to become Bruce Banner again, he has to be calmed down, which means there pretty much can't be anything that could even possibly tick him off anymore. But Spider-Man was able to calm him down with a joke. And if the Hulk can be calmed down by something funny, you can too. And I bring this up because, for those of you that don't know, I work at the movie theater, and It just came out. And I've been working the past 4 days straight, counting this one. I've seen hundreds of people a day because I've been working concessions. And it's been very stressful, and that's why this video is technically late, although up until my freshman year of high school, I legitimately thought Sunday was the last day of the calendar week. And Natalie said she'd allow it because she knew about my stress, because I'm at work with It just coming out, and I'm also in the play at my school, and I also have a social life. So yeah, sorry about the late video. We're gonna do better. This upcoming week, I should have a video of something I think is kind of interesting that I did. I was planning on having it this week, which is also why this video is late, but oh well. So yeah, I think that's about all I've got to say. The way I've been calming myself down from the stress is talking to Natalie, basically. She's really kept me calm these past couple of days. So yeah, I would say the healthiest way to calm yourself down if you're super stressed is to find something funny or something that you like, and watching it, or talking to somebody. So like, I watch Game Grumps on YouTube and Markiplier because they're funny, or I watch a comedy movie because it's funny, So yeah, that's the best advice I got for you about that. Might be another part to this, as always. I don't know what else I could add, quite honestly. Pray for us, and we will be praying for you. God bless.